Public art is now one of the top attractions in the Alamo City, especially along the scenic Riverwalk.
I think that public art in San Antonio helps to enrich our culture, and it helps it to change and evolve and become better.
What is public art? Well, it's like it sounds, but better, more awe-inspiring, and artists around the world are vying to be a part of San Antonio's art scene. Imagine you felt creative and someone offered you a huge canvas along the stunning San Antonio Riverwalk. What would you create that would motivate and inspire the thousands who walk by each day? It's what hundreds of artists think about when they're going for a public art spot in the city.
We want the creative juices and the creative process to work freely. What we do have as a city is we have a pre-approved list of artists from San Antonio, from the United States, and from all over the world. And we really focus on what their particular kind of art is.
In one case, somebody dreamed up flying fish under the overpass. People do stop and stare, and well, they like it.
I love seeing all the vibrant colors. For instance, we do have some hanging fish under the overpass. They're very bright and vibrant. At night they light up, so it's very fun for tourists who are new to the city to come and check out.
And for all the new things to look at, what's the process for the artist? Well, that depends on whether it's painted, sculpted, or spanning the river.
The bridge is composed of these beautiful river rocks, no two of which are alike. Once it was set up and designed, I came in and using my concrete paint, I painted them based on a desire to reify the rhythm of the water, to connect the bridge to the water, to reify the rhythm of clouds going over the bridge and going over the Mission Reach.
How are the artists selected?
We have a committee within the San Antonio River Foundation called the Art and Architecture Committee. It's a consortium, in a way, of different arts organizations across the entire city. That group of people is part of the shortlisting process, the request for qualifications, the request for proposals aspect. So we really go through a regimented process where all these different stakeholders have a say.
Public artist Ann Wallace produced etchings, starting with drawings and then a blasting process on the Concepcion Park Bridge.
So I started researching what are the species that they're hoping will rebound in the river, and that basically all the graphics that you see on here are all the different species that are indicators of a healthy river and that they hope will rebound into the river. This concrete actually is very hard, and one of the things that I really love is when you go down through the layers to the aggregate below, it almost looks like fossils. I mean, it adds a real texture.
This public art project is a part of the recreation of the Houston Street Bridge going over Salado Creek.
Salado Creek would flood and fill up with water. The city widened it and...
Part of a bond election, they tore it out, they've widened it, they've added great sidewalks, and now they've added public art onto it.
She created 28 panels out of ceramics that depict natural and human history.
So the panels were created in my studio, and it took about 5 months. These are styrofoam panels that will be placed onto the bridge.
But no matter what the art form, each piece, painting or etching, tells a story.
I feel like we as humans, as we engage something, we start with story, we start with narrative. So I feel like whether there's a story imbued in the piece itself or in your experience, they're all correct answers, right? And that's kind of the beauty of art, right? That there is no wrong, your perception is not wrong. My perception isn't wrong. It might be different. We might have different things that we get out of the work, but in the end, we have something new to talk about.